Hey. 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 Hey is my favorite word. I love to say hey. It's a good word, isn't it? Hey, it's a good word. You can say it friendly. Hey. Somebody tries to steal your stuff. Hey. See somebody illegally crossing from Juarez into America. Hey. I can only say that joke here, so thank you guys for that. I was waiting all week. I wrote it up. Say that hey about Juarez. Okay. I think black ladies have the best hey, though. Of all the people who say hey, black ladies have the best hey. They go, hey. Add that little wiggle, hey. When a black lady delivers a pleasant hey, it makes you feel good all day. Right? You mimic it as you drive, hey. Then you go out nice to your friends, hey. They're like, yay. Now, I've learned to say hey in 10 languages. No college, just Google Translate. Hey, hola, aloha, bonjour, konnichiwa, ni hao, privet, namaste. And of course, Too much? Okay. I learn languages because I love women from all over the world, all different ethnicities. What you do, you see a beautiful woman, you say, hey. If she doesn't respond, you go to the next language. If she doesn't respond to that, you go to the next language. If she hasn't responded by 10 languages, I do sign language. If she doesn't respond to 10 languages, sign language, then I do body language. She doesn't respond to 10 languages, sign language, and body language, I try again the next day. Because as the sun shines, you gotta make hay. Fellas, you guys ever seen a beautiful woman? You start to say hey, but before you finish, she's like, nay, now get away. I got pepper spray. With me you will not lay. Shit still burns to this day. Dating is risque. Now, I like foreign women. That's my thing. I'm big into foreign women. I like foreign women. If I go to a bar and the bartender asks her for an ID and she doesn't pull out a passport, I walk away. I love foreign women. The great thing about a woman who's here on a student visa, you know exactly how long the relationship will last. Right? You take her to the airport, you're crying, she's crying. You drop her off at the departure gate, then you walk down to the arrival gate, start checking student visas. I see your student visa. 3 years, keep going. Let me see yours. 3 months, perfect, follow me. I was in Miami, Florida, and I met a nice woman from Honduras. My girlfriend is now from Honduras. We met in Miami. And we were at Starbucks, and I went up and I said, hey. And we had different languages, but I had Google Translate. So I'm texting her, me amor, and all this sweet stuff. She thought I was fluent in Spanish. Really, all I was fluent on the internet. Now, some people, I also live in Ohio. I live near Wyatt. I grew up 15 minutes from Wyatt. I'm 15 years older than Wyatt, and we grew up 15 minutes apart, right? And where we grew up, though, there's more people that dress like Wyatt than dress like me. I'm like a weird guy out there. He dresses normal. I dress weird. But my girl, she's going to get into America, but she's doing it the legal way. By sleeping with a white man. It was written in the Constitution. George Washington signed off on it. I used to like older women myself. Used to like older women. But what I used to consider older is now my age. Right? When I was 20, I dated a woman who was 40. I was 20. She was 40. She had a child. He was 21. But it was cool. He bought me beer. Great kid, too. We went to the father-son picnic. We won everything. Fell down during the sack race. He picked me up, kept going. I loved him. Great kid. Girls in Ohio, they're not like the beauties out here in El Paso, you know. That's how Ohio got its name, because you see her from far and then she gets close. Oh, hi. Oh. That was Wyatt. Okay. Oh, with that hair. No, we have a good time though, man. We have a good time. The town I live in is only 2,000 people, real safe place. But I lived half my life in Los Angeles. I grew up in Ohio, and for 20 years, from 2020 to from 2000 to 2020, I lived in Los Angeles, and there was a lot of crime there. A lot of crime in Los Angeles. I heard gunshots in front of my apartment. Gunshots. I didn't even call 911. I say good. Another parking spot. A lot of crime, man. I left my bike on the porch. I came out the next day, my bike was gone. But there was another bike there. So some dude was riding his bike past my house. He saw my bike. He was like, I like his bike better than my bike. And he traded bikes. Thing is, I liked his bike better than my bike. So the next night, I left my girlfriend on the porch. Barter system. Some guys are laughing, their wives are like, stop laughing, you'll be on the porch. Yeah, man. Somebody stole my computer. That was tough. Learned a very important lesson there. I'd rather somebody steal my girl than steal my computer. You get your computer stolen, that costs you thousands of dollars. You get your woman stolen, that saves you thousands of dollars. We need it in this economy. Some girls are looking at me, oh, that's not right. Oh, man. Got some couples, you guys. How long have you been together up front here? Good couple. Oh, 4 years. Good job, sir. You waited it out. That's right. That's good, man. 4 years. And so you were friends for it and solid for a year and a half? That's great. That's great. And what about you guys? Married?
Married 5 years.
5 years. Good for you. Good for you. And what about you two guys? 23 years. Okay. Okay, that's your dad. Okay. Okay. Well, in Wyatt's house, that doesn't matter. Well, I'm getting half my material from Wyatt. No, okay. So that's good, man. Anybody ever been through an on-again, off-again relationship? Anybody had that? It's tough, man. You know, yeah, he's had it, right? On-again, off-again. That's tough, man. It's like on when you're horny, off when she needs help moving. On when you need to borrow her car, off when it needs oil. On when you take to your friend's wedding, off when she tries to catch the bouquet and you tackle her. Drives the people close to you crazy, you know? It's like, me and my girl broke up. Good, she's not right for you. We're back together. Good, I've always liked her. We broke up again. Good, she's a bitch. We're back together. You're a bitch. But you're the only one who listens, Mom. You gotta be on the same page, the person you're with, right? Married for 5 years. You got any people married for a long time? Even more than 5? Yeah? You there, man? Yeah? Who's the longest? Shout out. 20? 18? Okay, that's good. You're an adult. That's good. Yeah, so you got to want the same things, right? You're married for 18 years. You got to kind of want the same things at the same time. When I was with my on-again, off-again girlfriend, I was younger. I was a little more immature, and she wanted a baby. She was planning an unplanned pregnancy. She sent me a text message. My period is 23 days late. Smiley face. I sent her a text. OMG, who is this? I'm off to Mexico, LOL. See on the other side of the wall. Cha 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 cha. Running emoji. Great. So when I was in California, I made a friend who grew up in Compton. So I'm from a little town, 2,000 people. This guy's from Compton. He's a big guy, weighs 400 pounds. He goes by the name of T. Reezy. His name, T. Reezy. My name, Brian Swinehart. Says to me, Yo, dog, I don't know about that name, Brian Swinehart. That sounds country. T-Reezy, I don't know about your name. That sounds criminal. Yo, dog, you in LA now. You need a street name. You need to hip-hop it up. You going by B. Swine. B. Swine, the other white meat. AKA BH1N1. Mess with you, they get the flu. You B. Swine. I'm not a thug, but I could use a hug. My name is B. Swine. It's Swine-Time. Swine-Time. T-Reezy's a great friend too, man. He made me some t-shirts. They say Swine-Time. Swine-Time. I'll be selling these after the show too. This is pretty cool. I was married once, actually, 18 years there. I got married when I was young. I figured, fuck it. Might as well get the first one out of the way. Didn't want to let her get deported. To Canada, not Juarez. I'm a romantic guy, so I proposed to her at the Eiffel Tower in Vegas. We eloped. Some people think eloping is romantic. Eloping is not romantic. That's what you do when you can't afford cake. And we got married in Old Town Vegas. You can have Elvis marry you. You guys know that, right? But we got married in Old Town Vegas by a guy known as the Hip Hop Preacher. He's called the Hip Hop Preacher because every wedding he does is different and he raps the vows. For our wedding, he came out, he was like, a bow wow wow, yippee-oh, yippee-yay. We got a wedding today. Can I get an I do? I now pronounce you pimpin' ho. You can kiss the bitch. So she kissed me. We were married for 2 years. Then we got a divorce. Now, when you go through a divorce or a nasty breakup, you want your ex to do worse than you. You want them to find a bigger loser than you. You want them to end up sleeping out in a tent on the freeway by a crackhead, right? But my ex, she liked to sleep with comedians. She's a chuckle fucker. That's what we call them in the business, man. Kind of like a groupie, not as good, but we'll take it, right? Chuckle fucker, yeah. You know, every profession has it, right? You got groupies, cops got badge bunnies, firemen got hose handlers, plumbers got crack lickers, farmers got sheep. Well, that was a bad joke. Problem is, my ex, we get divorced, she chuckle fucks her way on up the comedy ladder. We get divorced, 8 years later, she gets knocked up by a very famous comedian. This is weird, what if I see him on the shows? I'd have to be polite about it. I'd be like, hey man, you know that crazy chick you knocked up that's gonna take your money for 18 years? My fault she's in the country. But listen, why don't you take me on the road with you? You know, have me open for you. Because really, I already have. Swine. Oh, it's good stuff. So before we go on, I want to share something personal with you guys. Can you see that up there in the front there? See that stuff? Yep, missing fingers. If you can't, can you see it in the back? I don't know. Can't see it in the back, come see me after the show. You can look at it, $5. Tend to touch it, you know. Something memorable. Dude, sometimes I show my fingers to people and they tell me, oh, it's just the tip. Everybody knows the tip is a pretty important part. Some of us might not be here without the tip, okay? I did it on July 5th, 2018, so 5-6 years ago. I was on the back of a boat. They were towing a jet ski. The rope got loose. He comes flying back at me. I go to catch the rope. Fingers get stuck between the rope and the seat. Yeah, hilarious, right? Blood just gushing like a Tarantino movie. I'm freaking out. My cousin. Are you sure? Yes, Kevin, I'm sure. I've had the same fingers my entire life. They didn't look like this when I got on the boat. I'm tipless. The fish are having finger food. Good news though, now you get away with more crime, no fingerprints. When it first happened, I was kind of worried about my love life. Okay, I was kind of being paranoid about that, but it all worked out good. God works in a mysterious way. Now no fingernails. Guess it's smooth. That's what I've been told. You can try if you like. If you do like, tell a friend. Something different. But it made me appreciate my life more. I got really lucky. I mean, it could have hit my throat instead of my fingers, so I consider myself lucky. God left me here, and it taught me to really value each moment of our life. Because there you are, you're having a nice time, you're on the 4th of July weekend, you're on a boat, and your whole life can change just like that. Now I can't snap. It kind of sucks. I wanted to be in a band, but I'm doing comedy. Okay, so that's the way it is. So then I had to go to the emergency room. Your fingers are sensitive, a lot of nerves in your fingers. I'm in the emergency room. I'm having a hard time with it. I'm in there. I'm cussing. I'm screaming. The doctor, he's doing small talk with me, trying to calm me down. He says to me, "So I hear you're a comedian." I'm like, "Yeah, doc, I'm a comedian." He said, "Say something funny." "Doc, I'm sure there's something funny about this situation. I just can't put my finger on it." Now, can you please get to the task at hand? My hand. This hurts. I said that at a show recently, and a lady in the crowd, she was really nice, you know. She came up to me and she said, "Wow, I can't believe you joke about that." I said, "Ma'am, I have to. I'm a stand-up comic, and I can no longer fall back on my career as a hand model." Those days are done. And I also used to do a job. I used to work in LA as an actor and stuff, and I was a stand-in in movies. So there is something true to that. So I was a stand-in in movies. I worked for several different actors. One of them was named Matthew McConaughey. Yes. I worked for him on Lincoln Lawyer, a couple commercials, music videos. That was a fun job because as a stand-in, you just mimic them as they set up the lights and the camera. Okay? And that was easy because McConaughey, easiest actor to mimic, you just walk around all day going, "All right, all right, all right. Where do I stand? Shirt on or off?" And we were filming at the beach, and I always carried flyers with me to promote the comedy shows. What you do, you see a cute girl, you give her a flyer. Then you follow her a couple blocks. See what trash can she throws it in. Then you dig it out and reuse it. I'm going green, same flyer for 3 years. Same joke for 5. So there I am, I'm giving this girl a flyer. Who goes running down the beach, getting his 5 hours of daily cardio? McConaughey, he's just running down the beach, right? I wave to him, he waves back, I see him the next day at work. "Hey man, I see you talking to a woman and a dog. Was that your girlfriend?" I said, "No, I just like to go out every day and make approaches." "Well, you got to approach. You got to go out there and approach. Then you got to cultivate a relationship. You water one here, you water one here, you water one here. You might die, but in the end, you got a garden." So ever since then, I've been working on my garden. I'm out there hoeing and plowing. Plowed and hoeing. Spread my seeds. I'm a gardener. So I worked that movie. I also worked on a movie in 2016. That movie was called Fast and Furious 7. And yeah, you know the Fast and Furious. So if you follow Fast and Furious movies, Fast and Furious 7, halfway through the movie, Paul Walker passed away. His brothers came in to fill in for Paul, and they used CGI to make his brothers look even more like Paul. And I was the stand-in for the two brothers. And the movie was behind schedule, and at the time, I had 10 perfect fingers. 10 perfect Hollywood fingers, so in some of the shots, they used my hands. So when he's driving, when he's shifting, when he uncuffs the character Ramsey, those were my hands. I was really proud of this job. I used to invite girls over, put on Netflix, Fast and Furious 7. Those are my hands. They didn't believe it then, now they definitely don't believe it, right? And I thought about this when I was in the emergency room, and it freaked me out, and I started screaming, I won't be able to do any more hand jobs! I won't be able to do any more hand jobs! The doctor was like, now that one's funny, write it down. It's like, how? I'm right-handed. The male nurse was like, you still got the other hand. So it was good, man. It's all good. So I also do that. I'm also a writer, and I write movie scripts and stuff, and got some pretty big news. 2 weeks ago, I sold one of my movie scripts. Yeah, thanks, guys. Sold it at my yard sale. Got $1 for it. Actually, I got 70 cents. My agent got 30 cents. My mom's my agent. How come the people that show up to your yard sale are never the type of people you want hanging out in your yard? Bunch of cheap weirdos always negotiating, right? This one guy wanted me to set an item aside for him so he could go home, get the money, come back, pay for it. I'm like, sir, I don't have layaway. First person with a quarter gets the dish. Not playing that game here. You know. So got some beers there. That's excellent, man. Good. Drive safe tonight, guys. Make sure you drive safe. Drive slow, please. Take it from me. I once flipped my car, man. Driving too fast. Should have known I was driving too fast because my Jesus statue climbed off the dashboard. Into the glove box. Gave me the finger. Closed the glove box. Jesus didn't want to die twice. Too soon? Cops came to the car. Are you all right? Other than being upside down on the freeway, I'm cool. Are you hurt? I'm bleeding. What from? The accident. Step out of your car, please. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to step out of an upside down car. Hard to do, right? So there was good news and there was bad news. Good news, no one else involved. Bad news, no one else to blame. Cops interrogate me. What do you do for a living? Nothing, man. I'm a comedian. Take a flyer. Got a cousin. He's a comedian. We never laugh at him. That's funny, man. I got a cousin who's a cop. We laugh at him all the time. Then I got tasered. Yeah, man. So we got football going on. Anybody here football players, football fans? You guys know? Yeah, the Cowboys are the team around here, right? Yeah. We like in Ohio. We like the Bengals and the Browns, so we're not used to winning, you know. But I wanted to play football. I was too skinny to play football. I actually got on the wrestling team. I joined the wrestling team because the coach told me wrestlers who win get girls. Bullshit. Coach should have said wrestlers who lose get a dude's nuts in their face. I've been teabagged more than lifted. I'm just glad there was no social media at the time, right? I would have been that kid that got embarrassed in front of everybody. I sucked, man. But I wanted to get better. I got better my senior year. I had a great coach, great mentor. And he came to my house, he looked at my room, he told me, your problem isn't your moves, your problem is your mind. Your mind is cluttered just like your messy room. To be a champion at one thing, you gotta be a champion at everything. That includes cleaning your messy room. It's like, Coach, did my mom pay you to say that? But I listened to my coach. I threw out everything, even my sister. I know, she's okay. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure. And I got one win away from going to the state wrestling tournament. I was only one match away from accomplishing my dream. But I had to wrestle this dude who would pin me every time. Before the match, he got in my face. He said, "This time I'm going to pin you so fast you'll never get up." I was like, "Dude, you can talk trash, but did you take out the trash? Did you do the dishes? I bet you got dust bunnies under your bed." It worked, man. I got in his head. I shot him, took him down pending. He folded like my laundry. Swine. Be swine. That's right. I like to play sports, but it was hard for me playing sports. I grew up with a very old dad. My dad was 58 years old when I was born. Yeah, that's old, right? We got some parents in here, right? That's, you imagine? I don't know if you're probably younger than 58 when you had your kids, right? Because it was hard having an old dad. My dad was old, and he was also a defense attorney. He was a lawyer, so he was an old man, and he was a lawyer. And I wanted to play sports with him. It was hard to play sports with an old dad like that, but I was all-state shuffleboard, lettered in horseshoe, scholarship in bocce ball, right? We tried to play catch, but my dad, he couldn't throw overhand. He had to throw crooked, because he's a lawyer. It's hard having an old dad. I'd wake up, "Dad, I peed the bed." "So did I. Go back to sleep." Right. Best part about an old dad was, of course, history class. Come home from school. "Hey, Dad, did you know Abraham Lincoln?" "No." "What about General Patton?" "Patton was an asshole. I got stories about Patton." "Oh, really, Dad? Can you write them down essay style, 500 to 1,000 words? Please work on your punctuation and grammar. Last week, we got a C." My mom's great. My dad thought he was a Hugh Hefner of Ohio. He was 25 years older than my mom. My mom's great. My mom's very sentimental. Any sentimental moms out there? Yeah, you're like that? You don't like to throw stuff away? Or do you? No? Not really, no. Sentimental. That's how my mom. What's your name, ma'am? Bonnie? Okay, Bonnie. Yeah, my mom's very sentimental. She keeps everything. She drives me crazy, man. I go to her house, I start throwing stuff out. She gets upset. "Did you throw away that drawing you drew in the 3rd grade?" "Yes, Mom, I did." "I was saving that." "Why, Mom? I can draw the same thing now. It will look exactly the same. I haven't improved." Good. Well, man, I'll tell you, I'm glad that, people are back living their lives and smiling. It was a weird couple years. I feel like hopefully that shit's gone, but I really had a hard time when that pandemic came around. Because at that time I was single. And they were locking people up, and I was still in California at the time, and they were way too strict. That's why I moved back to Ohio, because California was way too strict. And I was so desperate during that time, man. I did something I promised I would never do. I texted my ex-girlfriend. Yes, and she responded, "I told you you'd die alone." That was rough, man. It was hard. And I hated that word, social distancing. I hated that word, social distancing. Man, that ain't social distancing. That's social conditioning. That's population control. Big con. You stay 6 feet away, you can't touch. You can't touch, you can't kiss. You can't kiss, you can't make love. You can't make love, you can't have babies. Population control. Big conspiracy to stop me from having a wife and kids. COVID was set up by Tinder to get me to buy the premium package. The Illuminati is after me. I hated the mask. That sucked, dude. I was in the grocery. I saw this girl. I was like, "Hey, bet you look real good without that mask on." She took it off. I was wrong. She smiled at me with her tooth. Put it back up and shave. Razors in aisle 9. Stupid, right? I hated it, man. And then I actually got on the internet. I matched with the girl. I was living in California at the time. I matched with the girl that was living in Florida. and I decided I'd fly out to see her. It was in the middle when everything was going crazy, nobody was flying. But my friend, he'd been married for 25 years. He didn't understand my dilemma. He's like, Brian, what kind of woman would let some guy she's never met or seen before in person fly all the way across the country in the middle of a pandemic just to get some? I said, well, the type of girl I like. I'm off to Pensacola for some pandemic pussy. That was rough, dude. I hated what they did with the toilet paper. That was stupid. That showed you how stupid people were. Why buy up all the toilet paper? It's coronavirus, not Crohn's virus. When I hear the word pandemic, I buy rice and beans. What's the point of toilet paper if you ain't got nothing to shit out? Sitting there staring into an empty pantry, wonder how Charmin tastes. And let's suppose COVID didn't have a 99.999% survival rate. Let's suppose it was some scary shit, 97%. There you are, dying on your bathroom floor. On your final breath, you look up at the 72 rolls of toilet paper you just bought in a greed-infested panic, and you say to yourself, sure, I didn't live my life to the fullest. But look at all that toilet paper. I'm leaving that in my inheritance. The kids can have the TP. Then dead, but you still go to hell for being a greedy toilet paper hoarding bastard. Ridiculous, man. We learned a lot about famous people during that time, right? Like, did you guys know that Mark Zuckerberg is a satanic pedophile baby eater? Yeah, it's true. I read it on Facebook. I believe it. We have a hard time trusting the news after everything we've been through the last several years, right? It's harder to trust them. I was watching the news when everything was going on. The guy on the news came on. He said, 93-year-old man died of COVID. It's like, bullshit. 93-year-old man died of being 93. That's what happens when you turn 93. At 93, every breath is a miracle. At 93, a strong fart could kill you. Don't eat Taco Bell before visiting Grandpa. Bullshit, man. That's not what happened. Grim Reaper showed up and was like, hey, 93-year-old man, you're 93, time to go. 93-year-old man was like, hey, I lived a good long life. I had kids, I had grandkids, I loved my life, I'm ready to go. Doctor was like, we get $36,000 if he had COVID. News reporter was like, excellent, I can scare my viewers. And Bill Gates was like, wonderful, my vaccine is going to make trillions. That's how it works, right? Fuck Bill Gates, man. Yeah, we're going there, guys. Get ready for it. There we go. Bill Gates was worth $150 billion. He got on television and was telling hardworking, regular people they couldn't go back to work. Now, how much you make, young man? How much? That's a lot for a young man. But not compared to Bill Gates. Bill Gates could have gave you $1 billion not to go to work, and he still would have had $149 billion left. But he didn't give you $1 billion, he didn't give you $1 million, he didn't give you $1,000, he didn't give you $1. Only thing Bill Gates gave you was a virus in the air and a virus on your computer. Because Bill Gates is a virus. Fuck Bill Gates. More of a statement than a joke that needs to be said, okay? Bill Gates got a divorce. You guys know why Bill Gates got a divorce? He's rich, and Bill Gates used to be a woman. Had a sex change, became a man. His wife clearly used to be a man, had a sex change, became a woman. It's true. My friend, he sent me a meme that explains it. You guys thought you were coming to a comedy show, huh? Didn't know you were going to get a QAnon poetry slam, so, no. I hated Fauci, dude. You guys remember Fauci? I hated that guy. Stone cold pathological liar. First he came out, he said you don't need a mask. Then he came out and said, mask or you're dead. Then he came out, he said vaccine comes out, no more masks. Vaccine came out, he said 2 masks. He was just seeing how far he could push people, see what he could do. I was just waiting for him to come out to one of those press conferences, stand in the back and come up and stalk like he always did. I was just waiting for him to see how far he could push us. I was just waiting for him to come out and tell you, take your finger, shove it up your ass. Hold it there 3 seconds, rotate, pull your mask down, put it in your mouth. If you can't smell or taste it, you got COVID. But if you can smell or taste it, that's your fault for listening to Fauci. The stone cold pathological liar. I don't know if you can guess, but I didn't take the vaccine. Don't be mad at me. I didn't take the vaccine. Not because I think my body's a temple. No. In my life, I've done coke, speed, acid, LSD, mushrooms, ayahuasca, and a fat chick named Stephanie. That was an addicting drug, man. Hard to kick that habit out of bed. She was heavy. Oh, man. I don't know, man. How are you? So, how old are you, young guy? 23? Cool, man. I remember being your age, dude. How you guys over here, how old are you? Oh, 41. You're on my age. Okay. Because I'm 44. And back when we were coming up, man, back when we were coming up, it was different. Okay, 40-year-olds, you guys know this. When I was in my 20s, the only thing I ever wanted to do in my life was have a threesome. That was the whole goal of my life, was a threesome. Right? And you know, back when I was coming up, it was hard because you had to find 2 women who both liked you at the same time. Back then, I didn't have any money, so they had to volunteer. But nowadays, it's easy to have a threesome. All you have to do is find one they, them. Pronouns are fucking stupid. That's what I'm saying. I was at Starbucks. The person working at Starbucks had a name tag. It said they, them. I'm like, if you're a they, them, can't you be making my drink quicker? They could be taking the order. Them could be making the vanilla mocha latte. Let's get this going. Who came up with this shit, man? I woke up one day, people asking me, what's your pronouns? I failed grammar. What's a pronoun? It's what you are. It's how you identify. I'm a straight white man, so I'm hated by all the people who use pronouns. You think they put up with this shit in other countries? They're laughing at us in other countries. Why do you think China sent that big balloon to spy on us? They're sitting there laughing. Oh, they don't know which bathroom to go. Why would he do that, man? I don't understand. I try to be open-minded. I do. I try to be open-minded, but I don't understand this. Why would you want to go from being an average-looking man to a butt-ugly woman? Your pronouns are now woof, woof. Bitch. Woof, woof, bitch, yes. Why they would want to do it, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. How come the people that are saying we need inclusion are the ones dividing us with fucking pronouns? Right? I'm a he, him, her, she, they, them, who, what, when, where, why, how. I'm a man with a dick. Who wants to fuck? Jesus, is that too much, man? Jesus. Oh, man. Good. So your dad take you out a lot? You're a cool dad, man. Buy him a bucket of beer. Oh, you buy it. You're a cool son. Well, you make 44, so fuck yeah, you got the... I love being a comic, man. This is an interesting job to have here, man. This is different. When I first started, I had a day job. And I invited my boss to his show. Now that was a big mistake. Never let your boss see you fuck up 2 jobs in one day. Yeah, man. So this is pretty dark in here. I've been to El Paso a couple of times. You know, I like El Paso. I've been here enough to know a little bit about it. But, you know, people's impression of El Paso from outside of El Paso is it's dangerous. I don't know if you guys know that, but, you know, Wyatt and I came here from Ohio, and when we pulled up last night to the hotel, which is just a couple blocks this way. It's kind of near Teddy's. You guys remember Teddy's? Oh yeah, everybody has a Teddy story, right? So we pulled up here, and it was Thanksgiving, and we hadn't had a real Thanksgiving meal. So I was like, dude, let's go to Whataburger, right? Because that's the big Texas El Paso. It sounds like a good Thanksgiving thing. I said, let's go to Whataburger. We'll walk. Well, I said, oh, hell no, I've heard about this town. We're not walking. So that's okay. But I've always had good times. It's been sick. But we play a lot of times in dark bars. We have a lot of shows in dark bars. And that's tough, man. You meet a girl in a dark bar, you get her number, you see her the next day in the daylight, you give it back. I'm sorry, baby, I'm off to war. What war? Any war, I'll start one. There's oil somewhere. They're always fighting over oil, dude. Damn wars and shit, they never end, dude. World's so touchy right now, too, with everything going on, social media, and all these politics, you know. You know what I'd like to say? You know what I think would bring America back together? I think there's one thing that could bring America back together. And that's instead of having a debate, Donald Trump and Joe Biden have a pro wrestling match. I think we can all agree that we would like to see that, right? The economy would boost, because I would definitely pay a $50 for pay-per-view for that shit, okay? Bring it back. I would love to be the announcer at that match, right? Wouldn't that be great? Welcome to WrestleMania. We're getting ready for the main event for Sleepy, Sloppy, Creepy Joe, and Dangerous Donnie. Who's gonna win this battle? Will Sleepy Joe get him in the Stone Cold Stiffer? Or will Trump get him in the Trump Tower Power Suplex? Let's go to the dressing room and talk to the challenger, Dangerous Donnie. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's time for some locker room talk. Oh yeah. Fee, fi, fo, fum, Joe Biden is dumb. Oh yeah. But Dangerous Donnie, what are you gonna do if he hits you with another indictment? It doesn't matter if he hits me with another indictment, because the Donald is going back to Washington. Can you smell what's in Joe Biden's diaper? Chinese food, jabroni. I was going to explain those impressions to your wives. Okay, that was pro wrestling impressions and shit. Oh, man. I don't know, it's tough, man. Lived in California. I came from two different places, Ohio and California. And Ohio is just slow motion, slow, easy going. California was tough, man. You know that the governor of California sucks. When people are moving back to Ohio, like, that's better. It's like... Oh, man. Good. So yeah, I think I've come a long way in my life, because I used to only date crazy girls. My girlfriend now is more normal, I think. But it's hard to find out if who you're with is normal, right? We got any people on dates? Here, any new couples, if you got the courage to, no? You too? No? What about you guys here? What's your story? Young man, Razorback fan. Yeah. Is your girl? How long have you been together? A year. Cool. Cool. Is she normal? Oh, probably not if that's your family. You guys, I love you guys. So you're bringing this guy to introduce your... This is the first time meeting the family or no? Oh, you met her parents. Parents approve of him? He seems like a good guy. I mean, he can't be too dangerous. He's wearing a Titleist golf hat. Could have been wearing a Raiders jersey, right? I'm definitely getting stabbed after that. Oh, he thought there's a guy with a Raiders check. High school wrestling wasn't enough for you, dude. Oh, yeah. Good stuff, man. What's your name, sir? Ben? Alright, I ain't gonna fuck with Ben, dude. Ben, you like that. Raiders just switched from tough town to tough town, dude. They're like, it's awesome, man. Yeah, because around here it's usually Cowboys. I noticed Cowboys, it seems like San Francisco has fans around here, and Raiders have, 49ers have a lot of fans here too. And Raiders have fans everywhere, man, actually, because it's, it's cool. But, so where'd you guys meet? Perfect, dude. The old school way. Yeah, you got referred, you weren't, Yeah, this guy's getting married. My brother, it's time for you to get married. There you go. Okay, Colorado, great place to smoke weed. Perfect. So, yeah, good for you. And you've been married, and you've been going out for a year, right? I can tell, man. Good. I seem like a good couple, man. That's what I like. A lot of times, though, I got some friends, and they get with some of these crazy girls. And I got to tell them, dude, you got to meet your girl at the insane asylum. That way you know what you're purchasing ahead of time. Excuse me, you got any girls being released today? Well, we got Kelly, bipolar liar, pathological liar, multiple personalities. Be great, I'll pick up at 6. This guy's sitting here pointing to his date. Is this your wife? Yeah, okay, so she's got to put up with this shit, right? And how long you been married?
13 years.
Oh, good for you, man, good for you. And you, sir, what's your relationship to these two?
My dad.
Man, you had him young, huh? He looks like he has you by a couple years, actually. Look at that beard. I'm messing with you, dude. I was thinking that was probably the truth, man. Okay. That's good. And what about back here in Texas? Like your hat there. What's your guys' story back here? You bunch of rowdy friends, or what do you got?
Small family right here.
Okay.
That's my wife.
Your wife?
3 weeks married.
3 weeks married? Good. Get her up. Get her up. Get her up. Making it work. Making it work. I won't ask you too many questions because I don't want you to fuck it up in week 3, dude. Everything was going great. Then this fucking comic started asking dumbass questions. I said the wrong shit. What we got here? You guys look like a fun table back here. What's your guys' situation there? Got one guy from New York, or where are you guys from? You got a New York Yankees hat, so I'm just guessing.
We're all together.
Oh, you guys are all together. Okay, so you're from Texas and you're new, so you won this year. Good job, buddy. Good job. That's good, man. And we got birthday girl. She's still here? She's here, Valerie?
She's in the restroom.
Okay, she's in the restroom. Well, bad timing on me to call that out right there. That's, my bad. Oh, no. So, Texas, how'd you meet your girl?
We met in 8th grade.
That's game right there. I'm gonna wait this out, playa. I see what I like. Good for you, man. Good for you. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's Amish style right there. I don't know, you guys know what Amish is around here? You guys got Amish? My first girlfriend, my little town, we had Amish. My first girlfriend was Amish, man. I get a true story. I snuck her out at 4 p.m. I went to my place, I put in a movie, Witness. I'm not bragging, but I got her bonnet off. That's third base in Amish culture. Always be thinking about girls, man. All I used to do was go to clubs. One night I was out, this girl walked by, I said, "Hey girl, what's going on?" I always hit my targets with a smooth opener. We went out, we got some drinks, dancing was attempted. We leave the club. As we're leaving the club, there's a lady out front of the club. She's selling hot dogs and flowers. So I bought 2 hot dogs, I bought 2 flowers. I ate the hot dogs, she eats the flowers. Yeah, big girl. Stephanie was her name. We go back to my place. I'm thinking this is too good to be true, so I double check for an Adam's apple. No apple, game on. And we'd known each other for 2 hours. I got a theory about girls that put out in 2 hours. They're my type. They are awesome. Some people call them whores, I call them heroes. Any heroes in El Paso, I'll be your Lois Lane. But this girl was wild, man. She kept yelling, oh yeah, oh fuck me with that big dick, oh fuck me with that big dick. Which made me think someone else was in the room. You talking to me? T. Reezy, you in here? Here, take a flyer. Swine, that's right. Feel free anytime, guys. You can call me Swine, hey, whatever, man. I did forget to make an announcement earlier on one of my jokes. I don't know if there's any chuckle fuckers here tonight, but I do have chuckle fucker t-shirts and koozies. And I got some shirts that say hey, and some hats that say hey. But yeah, you know, a couple years ago, my last girlfriend I had before my girl now, my last girlfriend, man, she was really crazy. And when we met, she was a thief. And when we met, she told me she was a thief. I just didn't understand. She said, I'm a klepto. Well, I got klepto and nympho confused. So at first I was excited, and then my shit started going next year, right? And she got away with her crimes because of the way she walked. She moved like a stripper. She stuck her butt out, her chest out, sway, 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 sway. Security guards didn't even care. Hey, is that girl stealing those shoes? Yep. Aren't you gonna stop her? Nope. Why not? Look at that ass. That's a nice ass. I'm gonna come back tomorrow, steal some more shit. I'll get paid $10 an hour. Fuck Ross dress for less. I'll let her dress for less. Klepto, she was in amazing shape. Amazing shape, never exercised. Only exercise she ever got was stealing, which made me think she needs to teach a workout video. Post it up on YouTube. Call it klepto cardio. Okay, girls, I'm going to teach you how to be an independent woman. You'll no longer need a man to buy you dinner. You'll be able to steal it on your own on 3. Follow me. 1, 2, 3. And we sway, we sway, we sway. We take them in and we put them away. And we sway, we sway, we sway. Free breadsticks, aisle 6. And we put them away, And we sway. Cute guy, aisle 5. And he's looking. So we dip, and we sway. Uh-oh, here comes the po-po. So we get away. Klepto cardio. Thank you, El Paso.